over 14 years here at HSN, but for over 2 decades, she's been making our lives better. No more cash in the trash. The science of Debbie Meyer Fresh. Here's the deal though, time is always of the essence. So let me just tell you, you get the bread box, which you really cannot get any other way. Normally you get 2 of those for $20. So basically, it's like buying the bread box and getting everything else for free. How about them apples? And you cannot wash out, you cannot wear out, you can't, you know, you can put them in the dishwasher, you can put them in the freezer, you can put them in the microwave, BPA free, proudly made in America. Buy the bread box, oh yeah, and then get 5 of your 2 cups, 3 of your 4 cups, 5 of your 4 cups, 3 of your 6 cups, 3 of your 8 cups, and you get Debbie Meyer via Skype, $12.32 on that flex pay. Debbie, you know I love you, but doggone it, this is as good as any set that you have ever put together, my friend.
Yes, indeed. It's my anniversary present to you. So here we have this big 40-piece set. And like you said, this is about the only way you're going to get one of my bread boxes at the moment, because we are sold out to the walls on the separate purchases of bread boxes. So if you love my bread box, which obviously is a Debbie Meyer GreenBox, you use it for everything, this is the only way you're going to get it. And now, what's the big deal? The big deal is how they work, because I save you money, I save your food, I save you trips to the grocery store, all very simply by just simply putting your produce and your baked goods in my green boxes. You're going to see numbers all over this table. That's 9 days. That's because independent laboratory testing, that's an independent science laboratory, tested my boxes and said at 9 days, this is what you can expect a strawberry to look like instead of that. Those were not stored in my green box. This was simply stored in my green box, took them home, got rid of original packaging, put them in my green box, put the lid on, put it in the refrigerator. And that's the difference. My boxes are made with my proprietary formula, which is made of natural ingredients that are part of the construction of the box. You cannot wash out or wear out the effectiveness of these boxes. As long as they exist on Earth, they work. As long as that box is alive, just anywhere, it's working. So there's fruit. That means, okay, that would go in your fridge. Some things you would keep on your countertop, some things you would keep in your pantry. But I want to make sure you also know this is also for your baked goods, because I added an additional natural freshness agent to the formula so that you could keep baked goods fresh as well. Independent laboratory testing said 11 days. That's pretty much what you can expect to find your bread to look like. Instead, this is what you find at 11 days with my bread boxes. Here's an English muffin that is 11 days. And I usually ask Shannon to be your nose. But this time, unfortunately, because we're separated, this is what I have to show you. I'll squeeze it for you. I'll tell you, the aroma when you open the box is like a bakery. But the important thing, why we called it a bread box, it holds a whole loaf of bread. So if you have children who've just gone back to school, if you're going back to work, even if you're just still staying home, you want to find bread like this at 11 days. That beautiful, soft, delicious bread instead of that at 11 days. And all you do is remove original packaging, take it out, put it right into my green boxes, and it stays fresh longer. The scientific term is Debbie Meyer GreenBoxes will extend the life of fruits, vegetables, baked goods, and snacks. Look at these tortillas. These usually turn into cardboard frisbees in no time. Look how soft they are, 11 days. That's 11 days, rather. And 42 days on cookies. Baked goods at independent laboratory testing said baked goods did not lose their taste, texture, or aroma. And that's 42 days soft-baked chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, the problem is though, unless you're grabbing it now, this is better than any today's special. It is one of the largest configurations that Debbie has ever offered. Tens of millions of those pieces sold, and I'm just talking, she is the science of Debbie Meyer Fresh. But if you're not trying this, remember, the bread box, which is always one of the most popular open stock pieces, is not available for all intents and purposes separately. Normally that would be almost the price of admission, with 2 going for like $20, but then you're getting everything else. The perfect muffin size, your breads, your cereals, your cookies, your brown sugar for cooking coming up, your crackers, anything and everything. Debbie, at the end of the day though, not only do you have independent lab testing, the taste is the difference. Because you know, I start each day with celery juice. Let me just tell you, I'm not making that juice with that comparison.
Here you are, Shannon. I did this just for you. 21 days, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. I know which one you want, Shannon. You don't want this thing. This is dead food. Look at the color alone. The color alone tells you the nutrition is there. You want to hear fresh? That's Debbie Meyer Fresh at 3 weeks. Look at the moisture in there. Look at the color. That's all nutrition, and that's a Debbie Meyer bread box, by the way, holding all of that celery. So this you would keep in your refrigerator. My tomatoes I keep on my countertop. 14 days versus 14 days? Really? What do you want to find on your countertop? I want to find this. Well, what I want is a beautiful slice of tomato on one of my sandwiches, right? Look at that tomato at 14 days. Come on over here. Romaine lettuce. Again, this is a Debbie Meyer bread box, but now I've got full of romaine. 21 days. That's 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks. Independent laboratory testing. 21 days. Now, ooh, hear that? And again, I've got moisture everywhere. But look how moist that is. If I only use part of this lettuce, I'll put the rest of it back in the box and put the lid on, and it will continue to keep things fresh longer. What we're doing is actually slowing down Mother Nature. We're saying, okay, there is an ethylene, a thing called ethylene gas. I'm going to show it to you here. It's the natural ripening agent that comes out of every fruit and vegetable. Here it is trapped in the bag. That's not air. That's the ethylene gas, the ripening gases that come from that vegetable in the bag. You cannot, if you try to reseal this, you've sealed in the very thing that's causing the problem. If you put your fruits and vegetables in any other kind of plastic box, glass box, whatever it is, it's sealing in the problem. Only my formula takes care of that gas for you. So you can enjoy mushrooms. Look at this. At 9 days, look at the difference. 9 days. You can enjoy grapes. Instead of that, enjoy your grapes. I don't know one person who wants to make an extra trip to the grocery store right now, or really ever. So this is how you avoid that. You make the things you purchase last long enough for you to eat them instead of go bad before you get a chance to eat them. These peppers cost the earth. When you look at what a flex pay is right now, this is your flex pay. You throw it away, throw these away, that's your flex pay. Look at that difference in a yellow pepper. Look at the difference. That was a green pepper. Look at that green. This is what they sound like when they're fresh. This is what they look like when they're Debbie Meyer fresh. Inside is moist, delicious. The aroma coming from this pepper is absolutely outstanding. It's making my mouth water. All of those seeds are intact. That means that that pepper is still fresh after all 3 weeks. All I'm asking you to do is remove original packaging, any kind of bag, any kind of wrap, because that's holding the ethylene gas inside. It's not about the air, it's about the gas. So if you want to do juicing, a lot of people love to juice carrots. Look how many carrots are in that bread box. There's it's so heavy I can barely lift it. But this is the sound and the color of freshness. Debbie Meyer fresh all the way through. That's 3 week carrots. Look at the crowns of broccoli, the beautiful corn. Look at that, 14 days. You know what this means? It means I can get ready in advance of anything I want to be planning. It means I can take advantage of sales. It means I can not go to the store as often, particularly now. You don't want to go to the store as often. It is the time right now to save your food and save your money.
You know what though, I'm reading some of these reviews online and you have to try these. When I say this is better than a Today's Special, this is the home collection. This is the one you don't borrow to the world. So it's $25 off the HSN price. Debbie doesn't have Today's Special as part of her 14th anniversary. You're looking at it, but you're also looking at the final quantities. Basically, that bread box, for all intents and purposes, almost pays for the purchase, and you cannot buy that bread box separately because that is the #1 open stock piece. Normally we do 2 of those for $20. So the reality is, basically for a couple dollars more, you're getting the whole shebango. Try it, try it, try it, because we would not have sold tens of millions across the globe, you know, throughout the world if it didn't work. It is unique. She is one of a kind for sure. But Debbie, when we say BPA free, proudly made in the United States, microwave, freezer, dishwasher, I cannot wear out the science of that Debbie Meyer Fresh, can I?
Cannot, because it is not a coating. It's part of the construction of the boxes. So it's my formula. It's made as a part of the construction. That allows you to have a head of lettuce like that. Look at that. Now, you see, I may use only half of this. I'll put the other half back in and put it back in the fridge. The box will continue to extend the life of the piece that you've put back in. And by the way, they begin working the moment you put something in. You don't have to wait 30 days. You don't have to wait 9 days. You put the strawberries in, it starts working immediately. You can't turn it off. You don't have to turn it on. You have to time anything. You don't have to mark anything. Just go ahead and use them, and you will see this for yourself. Remember, Top Rack dishwasher safe, BPA free, proudly made right here in America, and they will last. These you'll put in your will. I have people telling me they have family members fighting over who's going to get all the sets when, you know, the time comes. But look at that strawberry at 9 days versus those at 9 days. We're talking about real money. We're talking now, strawberries may be, some people might consider that a little bit of a luxury, but it's the things, the everyday things, whether it's your broccoli, your green beans. There's some peaches. Look at these gorgeous pears. Look at this. It's 14 days. How beautiful that pear is. And all I did was put it into my green box. You keep the boxes wherever you would ordinarily store what's in them. So you're not doing anything differently. What you are doing differently is that you're not going to the store as often. You're not going back to the store to replace that bread that got moldy. You're not going back there because your bread is like this. 11 days later, you probably won't keep a whole loaf of bread for 11 days, but you can. There's many things here that other baked goods that I'm showing you, whether it's muffins, here are beautiful, crisp chips, tortilla chips. There's some cereal. Listen, I'm all about vegetables and fruits, but I love a good donut and I love a good pie. So these things are extended as well. I do a salad bar at my home because I got tired of watching people flick the things out of the salad they didn't like, because that cost me money. So now they can take salad and they can help themselves to all the things down here that they enjoy in their salad. I put the lid back on. We can even take a trip if we wanted to go to the park, wanted to go out to the beach. I can put the lids on everything and take it with. And don't forget herbs. We know how expensive they are, and we know that they won't let you buy this much. This is what I need. They make me buy this much. Well, I can keep this much fresh. This is 14 days. Look how bouncy it is and gorgeous. You're going to save money. You're going to save time. You're going to save your sanity, I think, because you're not going to have to worry about your food.
Yeah, I mean, it's really true, but wow, they are going. So here's the thing. We're in the grand finale for Debbie's anniversary. Of course, we're coming up to Labor Day is right around the corner. Steve, is it fair to say about 2/3 of the inventory are already spoken for? So almost 3/4 of the inventory is spoken for. And I gotta tell you, that kind of price adjustment, that's a deeper discount than we do if Debbie has a today's special. So you're making out. And if you are new to HSN, you've gotta discover the Debbie Meyer difference. You've gotta discover that Debbie Meyer science of freshness. Do it because it's gonna put money back in your pocket. And whether you're trying to eat organic or trying to have a cheat day with your cookie, we want it all to taste better. Basically, it's almost as if you're buying the bread box and getting everything else, you know, for just a couple dollars more. The bread box is virtually unavailable, and normally the bread boxes are like 2 for $20. So do your math. I mean, for a couple dollars more, you get the whole shebango. And Debbie, that's the thing that I find so interesting. I'm glad you made that disclaimer. It's not just stuff that goes in the refrigerator. It's the stuff, I'm not refrigerating my cookies, but cookies, brownies, baked goods, COVID baking, you know, kibbles and bits for the dog. It keeps everything fresh, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And when you think, I want to tell you something. I am about the science of keeping things fresh, but I'm also about the science of food. You should not be putting your breads and baked goods in the refrigerator. People think that keeps it fresh. It doesn't. What it does is actually changes the molecular structure of the gluten in the bread. So you need not put it in the refrigerator to keep it fresh. All you do is put it into my Debbie Meyer GreenBox. bread box. And if you have less bread than that, maybe you want to use one of the smaller boxes. So that it doesn't matter. So you can use the boxes for any way you like. So you can use any one of these boxes. If it's strawberries this time, it could be green beans next time. It could be tomatoes the next time. It could be cookies the following time. It doesn't matter because every one of these boxes does the same thing. You know what? We're in right now, there are grapes galore. This is not what I want to find when I go to snack on grapes, or if my grandchildren want to snack on grapes or whatever. Look at this. That's 14 days. That entire thing is still a fresh bunch of grapes at 14 days. I'm going to pull it off. They're firm and delightful right there. Go down there. Here's also another snack food that I love to have on hand all the time. I try to be good. 21 days versus 21 days. Look how gorgeous these are. They're jewels. Raspberries. Raspberries, 9 days. I can roll them around in my hand at 9 days. And one last thing, if you want to give some of your COVID baking away, do it in one of my green boxes. You can give them a baked good, a way to keep it fresh longer, and they get to keep my green box, which is a gift of saving money.
It is indeed. It is putting money back in your pocket. And I really want you to try these because no kidding, the home collection is the elite. That's the tippy top. These are the ones that you, well, unless you're being generous and giving away your baking, you'll have these forever. These are the ones that are going in the will. Bread Box almost pays for the purchase, but we're almost 3/4 of the inventory spoken for. That clock expired. We give you a little extra time because no kidding, they are going. I've had the pleasure of airing this a couple times and we've got the final quantities now. So I'm getting mine. So I really want to encourage you to get yours as well. Now, something that we're not going to have time to do a full airing on, but do you Keurig? I know I do.